We are currently spending over $44 billion a year on self-storage units. Think about the absurdity of that economy. We work jobs we don't like, to buy things we don't need, and then, because our houses are overflowing, we pay a monthly rent to house those things in a concrete box across town. We are literally paying rent for our trash. And while we build these shrines to our excess stuff, 37% of Americans couldn't handle a $400 emergency without going into debt. We don't have an income problem, we have a logistics problem. We have convinced ourselves that the solution to financial stress is more money, but the data proves that is a lie. In this video, we're breaking down the inventory trap and why treating your home like a warehouse is the single biggest leak in your financial life. Let's start by destroying the income myth. In the business world, everyone knows that revenue, how much money you bring in, is vanity. But profit, what you keep, is sanity. You can have a company making $10 million a year, but if they spend $11 million to operate, they are bankrupt. Yet in our personal lives, we only look at the revenue. We look at the guy making $150,000 a year. He drives the leased German SUV, wears the $400 watch, and lives in the oversized house. We think he's rich. But if he spends every single cent to maintain that inventory, his profit margin is 0%. He's essentially a high-speed funnel for money to pass through on its way to Amazon and the bank. Contrast that with someone making $65,000 who runs a lean operation. They keep their overhead low. Their inventory is manageable. They profit $15,000 a year. The first guy is fragile. One bad quarter ruins him. The second guy is anti-fragile. The data backs this up. In late 2025, the personal saving rate dropped to 3.5%. For every $100 we earn, we blow $96.50 immediately. We are historically bad at keeping money because we have confused standard of living, how much stuff you have, with quality of life, how much freedom you have. This brings us to the concept that changes everything, the carrying cost. Most people think the price of an item is the number on the sticker. You buy a holiday decoration set for $200. You think, this cost me $200. You are wrong. That item has a space tax. Let's look at the biggest offender in the American home, the guest bedroom. This is the golden handcuff of real estate. Let's say you upgrade from a 2-bedroom to a 3-bedroom apartment, just so you have a place for your in-laws to sleep when they visit. In a decent city, that extra room adds about $400 to $600 a month to your rent or mortgage. Let's be conservative and call it $400. That is $4,800 a year you are paying for that empty room. Now, be honest, how often do guests stay? Maybe 10 nights a year? Do the math. You are paying $480 per night to house your guests. You could put them up in a luxury hotel for $300, save yourself $180 a night, and have zero laundry to do when they leave. But we don't think like this. We hold on to space just in case. The same applies to the garage. If you can't park your $30,000 car in the garage because it's filled with $500 worth of old sports equipment and cardboard boxes, you are effectively paying insurance and depreciation on a storage unit that is destroying the value of your actual vehicle. Everything you own occupies square footage, and square footage has a price per inch. If this math is starting to hurt your feelings a little bit, good. That means it's working. We talk about the psychology of money every week on this channel. If you want to stop bleeding cash and start building actual wealth, hit that subscribe button. We are trying to get to our goal, and it helps the algorithm find more people who need to hear this. Okay, let's get back to the space tax. It's not just your wallet that pays rent, it's your brain.
There is a concept in computing called RAM, Random Access Memory. It's the working memory your computer needs to run tasks. Your brain has RAM too, and every single object in your visual field eats up a tiny slice of that RAM. That pile of mail on the counter? That's 5% of your processing power worrying about whether a bill is late. Those clothes in the back of the closet that don't fit? That's 10% of your RAM dedicated to feeling guilty about not going to the gym. Researchers have found that visual clutter spikes cortisol, the stress hormone. So when you buy stuff to make yourself feel better, you are often buying a physical stressor. You are trading your peace of mind for plastic. I want you to do something right now. Stop watching the video, look away from your screen. Look at the room you are currently sitting in. Find 3 items within reach that you haven't used in the last 90 days. Go ahead. Look.
Found them? Okay. Eyes back here. Those 3 items are thieves. They are stealing your space, your visual attention, and your mental energy, and you are letting them do it for free. It's time to evict them. So, how do we fix this? We need to run a liquidation sale on our own lives. Here are the 3 rules to stop the bleeding. Rule number 1, the storage audit. If you have a storage unit, you are paying a tax on your past indecision. Go there this weekend. Open the door. If the item isn't a tax document or a family heirloom, sell it. If it's worth nothing, donate it. The money you save on that monthly fee is an instant tax-free pay raise. Rule number 2, the fire drill test. This is the brutal replacement for the spark joy method. Walk through your house and ask yourself, if this house burned down today and I got the insurance check, would I actually go out and buy this specific item again? Would you rebuy that fondue set? Would you rebuy those uncomfortable shoes? If the answer is no, then that item has negative value. It is a liability. Get rid of it. Rule number 3, the wait 72 hours rule. We impulse buy because of dopamine, but dopamine fades fast. When you want to buy something non-essential, put it in your cart and then close the tab. Set a timer for 72 hours. I guarantee you, 90% of the time, when the alarm goes off, you won't even remember why you wanted it. You just saved that money by doing nothing. Here is the bottom line. Financial freedom isn't the ability to buy whatever you want. It is the ability to need very little. When you lower your burn rate, you lower your stress. You don't need the high-stress job to fund the high-cost lifestyle. You gain options. You gain time. You can have a massive engine, high income, but if you were driving a brick, high expenses, you aren't going anywhere. Minimalism makes you aerodynamic, and in this economy, aerodynamics wins every time. Stop collecting storage units. Start collecting freedom. Thanks for watching.